Think about your life today. When you have a headache, you take a pill. Modern medicine is everywhere, protecting us, but now strip all of that away. Go back tens of thousands of years. No hospitals, no doctors, and no pain medicine. Imagine hunting a massive mammoth and suddenly a sharp tusk tears open your leg. Blood is pouring out and the pain is unbearable. There's no emergency room to call. So, how did early humans survive? How did they heal themselves before science existed? Did they just lay down and die? Or did they discover secrets hidden in nature? Today, we're going to discover the shocking truth of prehistoric medicine. Before pharmacies and modern laboratories existed, there was only the wild, uncharted forest. Think about it. How did early humans actually know which specific plant could heal a deep wound and which one could instantly kill them? The grand secret was pure survival-driven observation. They closely watched wild animals every single day. Our ancestors noticed that when an animal was injured in a fight or became deeply sick, it completely stopped eating its usual food. Instead, it actively searched for specific roots, unique leaves, or mineral-rich mud that it would normally ignore. For example, they observed that wounded bears would deliberately rub their bleeding bodies against specific types of tree barks. Early humans were brilliant copycats. They copied this exact behavior. Through a brutal process of trial and error, they finally discovered the truth. They learned that chewing certain bitter herbs and putting that chewed paste directly onto open, bloody wounds completely stopped deadly infections, reduced extreme swelling, and saved countless lives. Hunting in the brutal Stone Age was an incredibly dangerous game of life and death. A single tiny slip on a wet rock could instantly mean a broken leg or a shattered arm. And back then, without any proper medical treatment, a broken bone was a death sentence. It meant you were completely helpless, waiting to be eaten alive by wild predators. By the way, if you're enjoying this survival journey so far, please hit that subscribe button and drop a quick comment below. It helps the tribe grow. Now back to the story. To survive, early humans had to adapt. They actually became the world's very first surgeons. They learned how to brutally pull and realign broken bones back into their proper place. To keep the fractured bone perfectly straight, they utilized stiff tree branches as primitive splints, wrapping them incredibly tight with animal leather strings, or thick mud that dried hard, like modern concrete. How did they handle the absolute agony and extreme pain of surgery? They discovered natural narcotics hidden in plain sight. They survived by chewing on specific heavy poppy seeds, or bitter wild willow bark, which science now knows contains the exact raw ingredient of our modern aspirin. But now, prepare yourself for the most shocking and terrifying discovery ever made by modern archaeologists. It is an ancient medical procedure called trepanation. Thousands of years ago, in the deep darkness of the Stone Age, early humans actually used incredibly sharp flintstones to slowly scrape and drill massive holes directly into a living, conscious person's skull. Just think about the absolute horror of that moment. But why on earth did they do this? Some modern scientists believe it was a primitive attempt to release extreme pressure caused by severe head injuries or unbearable migraines. Other experts think it was a dark spiritual ritual designed to literally let out bad spirits that were causing mental illnesses inside the tribe. But here's the most mind-blowing fact. Amazingly, ancient skull fossils clearly show that the bone actually grew back and healed around these holes. This proves a stunning reality. Many patients completely survived this brutal skull surgery, living for years without a single drop of modern anesthesia. Inside the brutal prehistoric world, physical healing was always deeply connected to the unseen spiritual world. When raw herbal medicine and tree barks were simply not enough, the desperate tribe turned all their hopes to the shaman, the ultimate tribal healer. These mysterious individuals held immense absolute power over life and death. To cure the dying patients, they would stand by the roaring fire, using ancient hypnotic chanting, rhythmic, intense drumming, and holy, thick smoke rising from burning wild sage. Now, while this sounds like pure, primitive magic to us today, modern science proves this had two massive, undeniable benefits. First, the powerful placebo effect, the extreme psychological comfort and hope given to the tribe, instantly reduced high stress levels, giving the patient's own body the raw strength needed to fight off deadly diseases. And second, these feared shamans were actually secret, brilliant scientists. They were living libraries, passing down the sacred knowledge of hidden medicinal plants from generation to generation, ensuring the survival of humanity. You know, early humans had absolutely no idea that invisible, deadly microbes, dangerous bacteria, or hidden viruses even existed in their world. Yet, against all odds, they developed highly effective hygiene habits out of pure, raw survival instinct. Through continuous observation, our ancestors realized that dirty, neglected wounds rotted much faster and caused dynamic infections. To prevent this painful reality, they immediately washed their deep wounds with clean, freezing, flowing river water. But they didn't stop there. They also discovered a shocking secret that packing a bleeding wound with fresh, powdery wood ash, taken directly from the tribal campfire, stopped the heavy bleeding almost instantly. Today, modern science finally knows that wood ash contains powerful, natural antibacterial properties. Furthermore, they use a special blend of wet clay and heavy mud wraps to completely seal their open wounds, protecting them from outside dirt and dangerous flies, effectively creating the world's very first primitive sterile bandage. The incredible story of prehistoric medicine clearly proves that early humans were absolutely not stupid. They were brilliant, resilient survivors who successfully used their minds to conquer a dangerous and deadly world. Next time you easily take a simple painkiller for a headache or put a clean bandage on a small cut, always remember our brave ancestors. They fought through extreme physical pain. They bravely drilled skulls and they tested dangerous wild plants for thousands of years just so that humanity could survive and thrive today. Thank you so much for watching this deep historical journey. If you survived until the very end, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep historical journeys into the forgotten past. Leave a comment below with your thoughts of what you would wow, and we will absolutely see you in the next epic video.